Well, we're here on our first trip abroad and we're not having to fight. We're here on holiday. So he came across here on his first trip, had to fight and died.
Reuben wants to go to the memorial site where his great-uncle is honoured, and the journey's taking them through the landscape where the Battle of the Somme played out.
It's pretty mad to think at one point they were fighting on here, isn't it? There was 2 million shells fired on the first day of the Somme.
2 million shells.
There's no old trees, is there? Like, not compared to what there would have been. It's no. It was the battle. I don't think they'll ever be able to understand how mad it was. I mean, 60,000 people died on the first day, and that 60,000. What's the population of Muka? A few hundred. That's like Muka getting wiped out. Every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, like an entire day. It's absolutely mad.
They arrive at Carnoy Military Cemetery, where they're meeting historian Simon Bendry.
So, how many graves are here, and are they all from during the war or afterwards?
What you've got here is over 800 burials. This is a cemetery, so the remains of those individuals are buried here. These are graves.
Yeah.
This cemetery dates back to sort of 1915, when the British first arrived here on the Somme battlefields, and there's a cluster out there that are from that period. We're sort of about 500 metres or so behind the trenches. Only a short distance away from here, up on top of the hill in the trenches, were men from Yorkshire in 1915. There's a whole row of the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry. And I think one of the lads is in there is only 19 years old.
My age, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely, and certainly if you explore the cemetery, you'll see the ages on the headstones. I think we found in here soldiers who were just 17 years old.
It's you, Tom.
Right up to, more senior officers who are in their 40s and their 50s. And therefore, it's sort of representative of that broad spectrum, but generally, it's young men who get caught up in this. And therefore, what you'll often see is those young men in their late teens, into their early 20s, who were fighting and dying here in this landscape in 1916.
James Oliver James, Royal Field Artillery, 26th September 1916.
And this is his actual grave. So this isn't just a memorial marker. This is where he is buried.
Wow. To think it's not that actually far from here that, well, he was fighting and died.
Yeah.
Dad said that you had to come to kind of experience it, and that's exactly right.
Before arriving, Simon dug into the archive and found interesting records on Reuben's great-uncle.
One other thing that we've been able to discover quite recently about your relative is that he was actually quite a brave soldier.
All right.
We know that in 1915 he was mentioned in dispatches, which is a sort of lower grade of recognition for his gallantry in action.
Oh,
but then, shortly before he died, he was awarded the military medal.
Really?
For bravery in the field.
Well, we're here on our first trip abroad and we're not having to fight. We're here on holiday. So he came across here on his first trip, had to fight and died. So it's for things that all these folk have done that means we can do things like this. So, well, not just him, they're all heroes really, aren't they?